Hello and welcome to Buddhais. Dear students, hope you have understood all the topics which we have covered till now with respect to Economic Survey 22-23. Having said that, let's get started. Chapter number 1 and 2 are very important because you have got new information, complete information, comprehensive information, the information which is not present in any book. From that point of view, it becomes very important. The contents are in flow, and you have to catch the logic, connect the dots in this regard. Now, today we'll be discussing about the inclusive growth. This is a very easy chapter. In this, before we start with the discussion, let us just have a brief idea as to what is inclusive development. Okay. With respect to the contents of this topic, it deals with the employment, MSMEs, low poverty impact due to well-targeted support schemes of MGNREGA, PM Kisan, Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, and also improvements in rural welfare indicators. This chapter is not that very important. The things are presented like very brief, with respect to employment. What is the employment rate? With respect to MSMEs, how the credit guarantee scheme has helped them, and with respect to rural welfare indicators, three indicators were provided. That's it. Very small chapter. They have just given briefly, not in detail. So, what is inclusive growth? Inclusive growth is the economic growth that is distributed fairly across the society. It should not be concentrated with one section of the society and create opportunities for all. These are the most important and well recognized definitions of inclusive growth. In one word, what government has coined Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. So, everyone's welfare. So, growth should be helpful for all, not for only one. And another important definition is inclusive growth refers to the pace and the pattern of the growth. Means here the pace and pattern should be linked to all the people in the society. Mean to say that all the sections of the society should grow in the same pace, right? Inclusive growth is the process and the outcome where all the groups of the people have participated in the growth and have benefited equably from it. So here, as I always say, don't try to mug up these definitions, and also don't try to mug up all the definition. Take either of the definition. From the definition, just pick up 2 to 3 words, just 2 to 3 words. That's it. And just internalize those things. That will be more than sufficient, because by hearting, memorizing is not desirable. At the same time, it is not feasible, not possible. If you go on BHATing, you may have to BHAT some 10,000 odd definitions, which is not practical. The chapter begins, the topic begins saying that the growth is inclusive when it creates jobs, because jobs are the means of livelihood. Livelihood is very important because it leads to a dignified life. Think of a individual who is not having a job. Can he live a dignified life? If he is not able to live a dignified life, he won't be respected. He won't be respected. But humans worth respect, right? Okay. So unemployment rate as of now, an important statistic, that is 3.2%. Very important. What is the unemployment rate? That is 7.2%. 7.2% is the unemployment rate. Okay. Since it's online, like concentration little decreases, in fact. Okay, but I make sure that I concentrate much. It's not like the offline classes where our attention will be 100% here. We'll be teaching to a desk, right? Okay, unemployment is considered for people aged 15 years and above. Why? What is the reason? Because till 14 years, if it any work done by the children of 14 years or below is child labor. So it only 15 and above are considered. It is declining and it is calculated by periodic labor force survey. So unemployment rate is calculated by periodic labor survey, and also it is calculated for 15 years and above. It is declining, and with respect to urban unemployment, it is 7.2%. Right? Labor force participation rate has also increased. This improvement has led to increase in growth. Labor force participation rate is the proportion of working age population that is either working or actively looking for work. So very important, if you are actively looking for work, you will be considered under labor force participation ratio, right? Job creation have moved up. What are the reasons? Job creations have moved up in the financial year 2022-23. They have moved up. What are the reasons? Very important. Please give due attention here. Initial surge of export. The first year of the pandemic, there was decrease in the growth of the world and also growth of the trade. Afterward, there was surge increase in the export. Then strong pent up demand. Pent up means suppressed. Pent up demand, release of this pent up demand. This is strong with respect to India because it's a developing country where the percentage of consumption with respect to disposable income will be high percentage of consumption income in the disposable income. That is the reason we will be having strong pent up demand and corporate capex, capital expenditure. These were the reasons. Here point to be noted is surge of export, it is uncertain. As you are aware, from the second half of 2022, the growth in trade has been decreasing. It is negative for two consecutive 6 months, and also first half of 2023 is also expected to be negative. So we cannot depend on job creation. Major reasons for job creation are these three, but there is uncertainty with respect to surge in export, thereby increasing the demand. And also, what about this pent up demand? We suppressed some demand and we have released those demands. This is also having a finite time, right? So the most important thing is we have to rely on capital expenditure to create the job. Is the point clear to you? Right? Here you can see urban unemployment rate at 4 years low, even below the pre-pandemic level. COVID-19 began in this zone. So at that time, we were having 8.7% of unemployment in urban areas. Now we have got only 7.2. Very, very important statistics. And coming to MSME, according to the definition given by the Government of India, micro enterprises are those whose turnover is less than 25 crores. Less than 25 crores. And small between 25 to 100 crores, medium between 100 to 1000 crores. Emergency credit linked guarantee scheme, this is one of the most important scheme, I would say. For one of the reason is throughout the economic survey they have mentioned like minimum 20 to 25 times. Emergency credit linked guarantee scheme. One of the most important aspect about this is you are getting loans without collateral. Say for example, gold loan. You are getting loan after you pledge the gold. Here, collateral free without mortgaging anything. This has shielded from the financial distress, especially during the corona, right? GST paid by MSMEs is increasing in the financial year 22 crossed the pre-pandemic level. What does this mean? What does this mean? So GST, indirect tax paid by MSME has increased. So these are direct indication of increase in the growth. Clear? MSMEs constitute one of the vulnerable sections of the industry. Small, medium, and micro enterprises. Their taxes, they have been paying more taxes means they have produced more. Output has increased, right? So here, one of the most important thing, GST pays by MSMEs crossed the pre-pandemic level. Pre-pandemic level is this is being crossed, right? And very important finding here, emergency credit linked guarantee scheme aided MSMEs in improving their asset quality. So it has improved their asset quality. How? Non-performing asset ratio. Non-performing asset ratio. Here they have given two. Those who avail the benefit of the scheme and those who are eligible and did not avail. Please understand this one. This is with respect to non-performing asset. They have taken two categories. Those MSMEs which have availed the benefit, which have taken credit under the scheme. So here, with respect to micro, with respect to small and medium, you can see those who availed the credit under the scheme, their non-performing assets were less compared to those who are eligible but did not take for many reasons. Are you able to interconnect? Mean to say that this scheme has resulted in improving their asset quality, means reduction in non-performing asset. Okay. According to UNDP, recent inflationary episode in India had low poverty impact due to well-targeted support schemes like MGNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Here, this is an act. What does this mean? So, act is one which is done by legislature, right? Executive is one who just implements what the legislature has made. Is the point clear to you? Right to Information Act means this is done by legislature. Your executive has to just implement. Right to Education Act means this is a statutory one. It is in the form of act. Your executive has no other goal just to implement. Similarly, this rural employment guarantee is an act. Your executive has to implement. That is it. So this generally creates daily wage employment. There is no nothing special about that. But the most important starting finding which they have highlighted is it is creating assets for individual household because works on individuals land constituted for 60% of MGNRGA. So in fact, in reality, the things are different here. Mean to say that if there is 100 work hours, more than 60% of the work hours are spent on individual lands. Here, a lot of golmaal goes because they will be like showing that as though some work has done on their field, but keeping all those things apart, the inference will be since MGNRGA in NGNRGA, more than 60% work is on individual land, individual's land. It is creating asset for the individual household. Very, very important. More than 60% of MGNRGA work is done in individual land, thereby creating asset. And also you have got PM Kisan. This is one of the most important scheme. This is for those people who have land. For them, yearly 6,000 is given in 3 installments of 2,000. So here, most of the like rural folk, they are very innocent. They think that this 6,000 is given to them under PM Kisan by Modi ji. So it has in fact changed their attitude, because they are not bothered about what's going on in the society. Because like, as you are aware, in India, corruption is institutionalized. So at least they feel that every year 6,000 Modi ji is giving them. It is covering more than half of the rural population. In fact, many predict that this will be a game changer in future election also. Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Here, free food grains. Next is food grain distribution. Next, based on all the things, because of all these things, there is an improvement in rural welfare indicators. There are 3 indicators presented, and they are important. Please internalize those things. They are like wasting with respect to this. Here, this is percentage basis. So, height to age means those who are considered to be short. Mean to say that here in villages, more than 35% of the children are stunted, below what they have to be. Their height is below what is expected to be normal. Next is proportion of children who are wasted, means weight to height, means underweight, 20% of the population. And proportion of children who are underweight, right? Here, weight to age, this is 32%. All these things have decreased. So by this economic survey says that we are having a inclusive path, sabka saath, sabka vikas. So these are the important examples which you should be like adding in your answers with respect to inclusive growth. Steps taken by government to bring about inclusive growth. This is it for this topic. Hope you have enjoyed the session. If you have got any doubt, please let me know. And those of you who are watching on the YouTube, please leave your doubts in the comment section. I'll be very happy to answer those things. Like, having said that, thank you one and all. For PPTs and MCQs, please download the Buddha IS app. If you like and if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and do share the video. Having said that, let me wind up the session here. This is Raghu signing off for now. Until we meet again, enjoy preparation, keep reading.